Number one is mindless eating. We have distractions nowadays with trying to do many things at one time. So kind of like, let's say, multitasking, be it whether we eating and working at the same time during lunch, eating, watching videos, or checking Facebook and Instagram, things like that. That there's a lot of things that we try to do at one point at the same point of time. This is especially important when it comes to food. Like when it comes to food, we want to be able to use our senses, like the smell, the taste, all the various things that go along with regards to being able to enjoy your food and enjoy your meals. So mindless eating is kind of like, say, being distracted away from your food, where you're not actually enjoying your food, which can be a problem because eventually later on you may still feel hungry, and you may feel that, oh, you didn't enjoy your meal, making you want to have another one. Two out of number five, if you guys can read my handwriting, is salad dressings. So the good thing is that we have a lot healthier places to eat nowadays. A lot more salad shops have opened and are doing pretty well. So the good thing about it is that it has lower calories, and which can be a bad thing is that we don't control the amount of salad dressings. So sometimes when you go and have a salad, depending on how busy they are, it can be a little bit or a lot of salad dressings, especially even if you order like the healthier ones, be it olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Like if we don't know the amount that they add, it could be potentially more than what we assumed. So the best thing to go about that is actually to have the dressings by the side, so that you can actually control the amount of salad dressings you put on your salad, and that allows you to kind of roughly gauge like how many calories comes from just the salad dressing itself. Number three is portion sizes. Like this is the simpler one, right? As we have larger portion sizes nowadays compared to before, we're eating more food, which ultimately lead to the higher amount of calories. Like if you go out and see, people generally have more food on their plates nowadays as compared to before. So ultimately leading to a higher consumption of calories. Number four out of number five is snacks. So snacks are okay. Just one thing that people actually need to take aware is that what are the snacks they are having. So sometimes like people have been told to have almonds, cashews, macadamia, things like that. It's a good thing. Like sometimes you just have to actually take aware that using nuts as an example, that it's very high in calories for a small portion of them, so that when you actually do eat them, you actually need to account for it. And then you also need to be sure that, example, are you just having the sea salted ones, or you having like honey roasted with wasabi and things like that. To be take note that are there additional increases in calories due to them having to add sugar or anything else like honey and things like that. Number five is finishing all the food on the plate. Like this is generally taught from the older generation to the younger generation, that they have to finish up all the food on the plate to prevent wastage, as there are a lot more of other countries and people that could use the food, so it's better to finish the food than throwing it away. But this can be a problem, especially when it comes to trying to have a lower calorie intake or lesser consumption of food for specific goals, be it mainly fat loss, weight loss. Like trying to finish all the food on the plate is good, and that you don't have any wastage. But sometimes you can look at, if you're not able to finish all the food, you can actually split the portions and actually have it as takeaway, which allows you to have an additional meal the day tomorrow, like say breakfast and lunch, and allow you to still have the amount of food that you need for the day and still be full.